There were many types of numbers called as natural numbers, real numbers, rational numbers, and every integer is a rational number because and q should not be equal to 0. Hi, hello my dear students. Let us join to the next and the first session of class 9th and starting with the first chapter called as number system. This is me Sandhya Srihari and this is my YouTube channel Vidya Pita. I hope you all are watching my videos, and to the people of class 9th, this is my first video to start with the first chapter of maths called as number system. In my class of basic session, you all might have seen about the various types of numbers we have discussed. There were many types of numbers called as natural numbers, real numbers, rational numbers, and various other things. In today's session, we'll be learning about the chapter. Okay, number system is an important chapter of class 9th, and let us begin the session with the content of the chapter. What is this session going to teach you all? In this session, you will be learning about the introduction of number system. What are the various types of numbers, how we are going to understand the whole chapter, and how are we going to make it in an easy way to learn. The various types of numbers, again a small flowchart we have provided so that it is making you learn in a better way. Finding rational numbers between two numbers as well as exercise 1.1 of NCERT textbook is covered in this session. So don't leave the session. Take a pen and a paper and make the note of the important things. Pause the video, rewind it if you are not understanding. Let us start the session and learn maths in a better way. So a small recap of the session called as various types of numbers. I know you all have seen my basic concept class, and in that class or session we have given you about the same flowchart. But just to start with, those who have not seen that video, they should not feel that numbers are not being explained in a proper way. That is the reason. Taking up the flowchart here. So what are numbers? Numbers are basically divided into two categories. The first category is called as a rational number. The second category is called as a irrational number. When I take a rational number, what is a rational number? Rational number is always represented in P by Q form where Q is not equal to 0. Why do we say Q is not equal to 0? Let us take an example of a rational number. An example of a rational number can be 1 by 2, 4 by 5, 2 by 100, etc. Now if I make the denominator this in 1 by 2, 1 is called my numerator and 2 is called my denominator. If I turn the denominator 0, this is 1 by 0. So can I divide any number with 0? That is not possible. It turns to infinity. That is the reason we always say, or there is an abbreviation in the definition of rational number stating that rational numbers are expressed in P by Q form, but Q is never equal to 0. Because when we divide any rational number with 0, it is not divisible as well as it turns to infinity. That is the major reason. The rational numbers are again divided into two slots. One is called as fractions, the other is called as integers. Fractions are huge in numbers. Fractions are divided into types of many. First is called as an improper fraction. Second is called as a proper fraction. Third is called as a mixed fraction. Fourth, like fraction, and fifth is an unlike fraction. The explanation of all the types of fraction in brief we have done in the basic concept session. Do watch it. If you are not understanding, comment us below. Okay. So when we come to fraction, to give an example of a fraction is 3 by 5, 9 by 7. 2, 1 by 8. All are the examples of proper, improper as well as mixed fraction. Then coming to the slot of integers. What are integers? Integers are major set of numbers which have or belong to a category of negative, 0 and positive numbers. So the complete set whatever negative numbers are there, with 0 and positive numbers, like I consider a number line. If 0 is the center of the number line, towards my right hand side I always have my positive numbers, that is +1, +2, +3, +4, etc. Towards the negative left hand side I always have my negative number, that is -1, -2, -3, etc. So a set of all these, complete negative number line, 0 and positive number line, is called integers. Integers are huge, and integers are a very good component to understand. Integers can be divided into two parts. One is natural number, the other is whole number. Why do we say integers are there? Because when I say the right hand side of the number line, I have 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So what are my natural numbers? Natural numbers are represented by n, capital N, which belongs to a set of 1, 2, 3, 4, etc., which is the right hand side of the integer. Which is the right hand side of the integers. When I consider a whole number belongs to a set of 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, etc. This is again from 0 to the right hand side of the number line. Therefore, I can say natural numbers and whole numbers are a part of integer. It's a part of integer. When I check the whole number consists of 0 with natural number. That's the definition what we say here. Whole number has one component extra, that is 0. 0 is the component which is extra in whole number. Apart from 0, if I consider everything else, this is a natural number. So I can divide a whole number into two different segregation, that is 0 with natural number makes my whole number. So in this chart, we are able to analyze numbers in various formats, right? The various formats of numbers can be rational numbers, fraction, integers divided into two slots called as natural and whole number divided into two slots called as 0 and natural numbers. Now what are irrational numbers? Irrational numbers are those numbers which are not easily divisible, like the number pi. It has a huge abbreviation 3.14286 up until 28 decimal values. The pi value is never ending, right? Similarly, the numbers which are in root 2, root 3, 2 plus root 5, these numbers are called as irrational numbers. They are not easily divided by one another. That is the reason we say they are irrational number. So if you have any doubts in this session, just comment below so that I am able to clarify your doubts, or we will be coming up with one session of doubt solving, in which the comments that you are doing and comments that you give has lot of importance that can be clarified. Any question while you are practicing in maths and you are unable to solve, you can post the question so that the solution can be represented in the form of a video. Alright, let us move on to the next slide. So, we have taken an important question to make you sure, or to make sure that the flow chart was really understood by you all. Are the following statement true or false? Give reason. The first statement is every whole number is a natural number. Every whole number is a natural number, they are telling. What is the whole number set? The whole number set belongs to W belongs to 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, etc. Now let us consider what is the set of a natural number. Natural number belongs to 1, 2, 3, 4, etc. till infinity. Now if I check both these and read the statement again, every whole number is a natural number. I can see that from 1, 2, 3 till infinity, it's the same. 1, 2, 3 till infinity, but there is a missing person. This 0 is missing in natural number. 0 is not a part of the natural number. Therefore, I say this statement will be false. This statement is false because 0 is not a part of natural number. Therefore, I can't say that every whole number is a natural number. Please keep it in mind. 0 is not a part of the natural number. I can reverse this statement and say every natural number is a part of whole number. Yes, it is true. Okay. Coming to the next one. Every integer is a rational number. Every integer is a rational number. Yes. Every integer is a rational number because I'll say this statement is true. When I consider any rational number like 10 by 2. Now if I simplify this rational number, I am getting 5. 5 is an integer. I am taking another rational number called as 20 by 6. 20 by 6 is nothing but 6.6. Again, this is a rational number which can be written as 66 by 10. Therefore, every integer is a rational number. That's a true point. Third one, every rational number is an integer. They are asking us the reverse order of it. Every rational number is an integer. That will be false because if I take any rational number such as an improper fraction 3 by 5. Now I am dividing this 3 with 5. 0.06 are 30. This is giving me 0.6. 0.6 is not an integer, correct? It's a decimal component. Therefore, we say every rational number is an integer will be false. It's a false statement. So just by understanding the definition, we can easily sort about true and false, or statements given in the same format can be analyzed. Further, moving on ahead with the concept of the chapter. As mentioned in the content, in this session you will be learning about finding rational numbers between two given numbers. So there are infinite number of rational numbers present between two whole numbers or two fractions. Let us try to analyze the way of finding it. The question says find 5 rational numbers between 1 and 2. So I'll draw a number line. This is my number line. I have 0 here, 1 here and 2 here. They are asking me to find 5 rational numbers between this 1 and 2. That means I should find 5 rational numbers. What is the technique? I'll write the numbers in one corner. I'll multiply this with any number like 10 and divide it with 10. I'll multiply this with the same set of numbers. 2 is written as 2 by 1 and 1 is written as 1 by 1. Now if I'm multiplying both the numbers with 10 and dividing by 10, the numbers are not changing. The original numbers are the same. That is the reason. Now what is 1 tens are 10 by 1 tens is 10. Again 2 tens are 20 by 10. Now can I say I have many rational numbers between them? They are 11 by 10, 12 by 10, 13 by 10, 14 by 10, etc. till 19 by 10. They have asked me to just write 5 rational numbers. So I can write any among it. Between 10 by 10 to 20 by 10, I have 9 rational numbers. Out of that, choose any 5 and write it down. Alright. This is the technique of finding. Whole numbers are given and I have to find rational numbers in between. It is not necessary I should always multiply with 10 and divide with 10. Just I am giving you another example of multiplying with the different number. So let us consider the same whole numbers 1 and 2. I am multiplying it with 15 by 15 into 15 by 15. As mentioned, 1 15s are 15 by 15. 2 15s are 30 by 15. Now check how many numbers are there here. There are 15 rational numbers in between of them. They can be 16 by 15, 17 by 15, 18 by 15, 19 by 15, like that. 20 by 15 to 29 by 15 are also in between of the set. So the number of numbers asked here, if 5 are asked, I will take a smaller number. If 8 rational numbers, 10 rational numbers are asked, I will take a bigger number and multiply and divide. This is a unique technique and a easy technique. Do follow. Learn with many other questions so that you will be doing it in a easier way. So we all know that whenever we consider a rational number, if I have two whole numbers there are infinite number of rational numbers between any two given numbers. The numbers can be a whole number or a rational number. Infinite numbers of rational numbers will be there between two numbers. Okay. Moving ahead, we have started with exercise 1.1 of the NCERT textbook. The NCERT textbook gives us an important version where we have to understand and learn with respect to exam view. From exam point of view, number system gives you 9 marks of your paper. Therefore, learning number system is very important, as well as you have to really do well in this, because it's a continued version of real numbers called as the first chapter of class 10th as well. All right. So first question, is 0 a rational number? Can you write it in the form of p by q, where p and q are integers and q is not equal to 0? They have given us the definition of rational number. What is the definition? P by q form we have to write, and q should not be equal to 0. Then can I write 0 as a rational number? Right? 0 is the number given. What do I mean by 0? 0 by 1. So here 0 is my p and 1 is my q. So q is not equal to 0 because q is equal to 1 in this case. Hence I say yes, 0 is a rational number. 0 is a rational number. It can be written of the form of 0 by 1, where my denominator q is 1 and it is not equal to 0, satisfying the question's clause. Okay. So whenever any rational number is given, just analyze the rational number properly so that you will make yourself understand with the help of the definition and answer point to point, so that you are not elaborating or going too short in the writing part of maths. All right. Going to the second question. Find 6 rational numbers. Find 6 rational numbers between 3 and 4. What was the technique taught? I'll write the numbers here. 3 and 4. Should we multiply this with 10, 15, 5, 1? What should I multiply this with? Analyze it. They are asking us 6 rational numbers. So when 6 rational numbers are asked, I'll multiply with 10 and divide with 10. My choice is 10 because easy multiplication. So 3 tens are 30. I have 30 by 10 here, and 4 tens is 40. 40 by 10. Can we name all the rational numbers in between? They are 31 by 10, 32 by 10, 33 by 10, 34 by 10, 35 by 10, 36 by 10, 37 by 10, 38 by 10 and 39 by 10. So out of this set, name any 6, the answer will be right. You have to particularly conclude the answer in a nice manner, saying that the 6 rational numbers between 3 and 4 are any 6 out of it, and conclude the answer properly. If you don't conclude the answers properly, your ma'am might feel that your concepts are not clear and she might deduct 1 or 2 marks. Don't let her a chance to deduct your marks, okay? Learn the things properly and write it in a proper manner. Continuing to the next question, again they are asking us to find 5 rational numbers between a set of fraction. What is a fraction given to us? It's 3 by 5 and 4 by 5. As usual, I am writing the 2 given fractions in one part of the page and multiplying. What is the number asked? 5 rational numbers. Therefore, I'll multiply this with 20, let us say, 20 by 20 and 4 by 5 into 20 by 20. Now, the fraction is turning to 60 by 100 and here it is turning to 80 by 100. Easily I can make out there are 20 rational numbers in between. I can name any 5 of them as asked in the question. So I'll conclude my answer as the rational numbers The rational numbers between 3 by 5 and 4 by 5 are any 5 of them, any 5 asked. So I will name them as 65 by 100, 72 by 100, 80, no, not 80, 78 by 100, 61 by 100, and 68 by 100. I can choose any 5 in between and name them, conclude the answer properly and take the marks as allotted in the question paper. I don't want to lose my marks in the maths because I want to ace in maths. My aim is to score 100 on 100 and I want all my students to aim for the same, because we should set a goal in order to achieve something, and according to me, Vidyapita is helping students in educating, engaging and excelling. Our motto is to make you aim and excel. Okay? If you follow us and if you subscribe us, your aim will fulfill in a short duration of time. Moving further, the fourth question of 1.1 exercise is asking us with state whether the following are true or false, as we did the first question of the session. So every natural number is a whole number, every integer is a whole number, every rational number is a whole number. We have to clarify it with the help of an example. Just stating true or false will not give us marks. Okay, and many times we have not seen these types of questions, but given in the NCERT 1.1 exercise will not leave this. All right, so the first question is, every natural number is a whole number. Let us write the set of natural and whole number. Natural number belongs to 1, 2, 3, 4, etc. Whole number belongs to 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, etc. Now let us check the set 1, 2, 3, 4 and circle it. I have 1, 2, 3, 4 here. What is the statement? Every natural number. So I can say whole number is 0 with natural number. Read the statement back. Every natural number is a whole number. Can we see here that whole number belongs to 0 with natural number? So I can say every natural number is a part of whole number. Therefore the statement is true. If you understand the definition and write it in this sort, questions will be easy, you will not go wrong. Moving to the second question. Every integer is a whole number. Integer is represented by set Z, belongs to the set of negative numbers or negative infinity, 0, positive infinity. They are asking integers is a whole number. So integers has negative numbers also, but in whole number set I don't have negative numbers. So I can't say that whole number or integers are relying on one another, because in whole number I don't have negative numbers, only positive numbers are there. Therefore this statement will be false. This will be false because negative numbers are not included in whole number. Hence I can't say that integer is a whole number. It is not possible. Going to the third question. In my third question, it's been asked, every rational number is a whole number. Every rational number is a whole number. Let us take an example of a rational number called as 13 by 2. This is a rational number. Now I'll divide this rational number 13 with 2. 2 6 are 12. Subtracting 1 with a decimal 0. Then 2 5s are 10 and I am turning the remainder as 0. Now if I check with a quotient, this quotient is 6.5. This is not a whole number. This is not a whole number because it's a fraction and a decimal number. Therefore, I cannot say that every rational number is a whole number, and hence this statement is also false. Every rational number can never be a whole number. Alright, so this statement will be false. So this was exercise 1.1 of number system. And this is me, Sandhya Srihari from Vidyapita. Do like us, subscribe us and press the bell icon for further updates.